channel, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day. Now in this video I'm going to give you my expectations for the Washington franchise and just my quick overall thoughts on where I think the team's going to be, scheduling, different things like that, depth chart, just an overall analysis of the team. But first I want to get into the draft because you guys on NFL.com, I always use this every year. Every year from now on, as you guys know, every single draft, every year I'll be covering the draft. Washington got the second rank as the best draft behind Arizona. You guys drafted Dwayne Haskins, Montez Sweat, who to me, which was a steal at that pick, especially in the first round. You guys moved back into the first round. Trey McLaurin, wide receiver from Ohio State. Bryce Love, running back from Stanford, which I think he'll help out a lot. Wes Martin, offensive guard. I think he'll be a nice addition. Also, Ross Pierce something. I don't know how to say the last name. I apologize. Another offensive guard. Drafted linebacker Cole Holcomb, Kelvin Harmon, NC State, Jimmy Moore in the corner, and Jordan Belfort, outside linebacker from Oklahoma State. Now, for me, you guys did a great job in the draft. You got your quarterback for the future. You got another defensive player to add to the defense that you have already. You got a running back in Bryce Love to go with Darius Geis and Adrian Peterson. But for me, I don't know why Washington re-signed Adrian Peterson. I think they did that for veteran leadership and be able to pass the torch to the young guys who will be carrying the team. But Bryce Love and Darius Geis, for me, I think will be great for Washington because you give them a two-punch running back combo. A lot of people are not going to expect. I think that Bryce Love will be a guy who will catch out of the backfield like a LaShawn McCoy in that type of instance. And I think that Darius Geis will be the more guy to run first, second, maybe third down. Maybe first, second down, then Bryce Love comes in at third down. He's your third down back, catch out of the backfield like a Darius Sproles or something like that. But for me, Bryce Love and Darius Geis are the future in the running back position for the Washington team. And also Adrian Peterson just being there. I think that this will be his last year as a starter for the team, just to give them some veteran leadership at the running back spot. So, overall, it was a good draft. I like the players. Like I said, we don't know if they're going to be a bust. We don't know all this stuff. We don't know yet. We have to wait and see. But for me, I think in the draft, if these guys perform well, not every single pick is going to perform well. We all know that. But I think over time, we'll see how this team starts to unfold. Now, let's get to the depth chart. Obviously, starter, I think they said starter will be Colt McCoy, then Case Keenum, then Dwayne Haskins, obviously, then Alex Smith. Depth chart, Alex Smith still recovering from injury, but he may not ever be back as a starter. I think that if he gets healthy, they could trade him. Keep Colt McCoy and Case Keenum there. One thing that I would use Alex Smith for is to mentor Dwayne Haskins. I don't think that should be Case Keenum's job. I think it should be for Alex Smith if he's going to be in the building with Dwayne Haskins. I think that he could really help out since he won't be playing because of his injury. I think if Washington has him guide Dwayne Haskins along and help him, I really, really think it could work great in Washington's interest to do that and ask him not to force him, but ask him, to this guy, mentor this guy, and then if a team that like I don't know, like another team like the New Orleans who need a quarterback if Drew Brees retires after this year, you can get Alex Smith to keep that team going, something like that. They could trade him to get a draft pick for him when he's fully healthy. But Colt McCoy and Case Keenum, obviously, I want Dwayne Haskins. I do not want him starting this year. I think he should sit back because I really don't think Jay Gruden is going to be the head coach of this team after next year. To me, he is going to be on the hottest seat as a head coach in this league. All the coaches, I might do a video on that later on in time. But for right now, Jay Gruden is number one on my hot seat right now because he has to get it done. I know it's been different quarterbacks. I know the team's been injured. The team's been injured every single year. But, I mean, he has to do something. He's been there for so long. If you guys don't win enough games, he's going to be out and you guys are going to be looking for a new head coach next season. In my opinion, he's probably going to go coach with his brother John Gruden in Oakland as offensive coordinator over there. But I don't think he will be the head coach after this season unless you guys win more than 7 games, going 7-9 like you did last year. Wide receivers, Josh Doctson. You get Paul Richardson back. You have Josh Doctson. I think in the slot it should be Trey Quinn. For me, I think he should be given a chance to see if he can be that slot guy in the future. I know. I looked at his college. I saw him on the Herd. Seems like a pretty good receiver. Hopefully, Trey Quinn could come in and show, hey, listen, guys, I can be your slot receiver. I hope it works out for him. I think he'll be very, very good for this team in the future. Jordan Reed at tight end. You guys, to me, you're going to have to draft another tight end because Jordan Reed, he is a good tight end. He gets hurt all the time. Vernon Davis is getting old. He's your backup. So for me, you guys should have drafted another tight end for your future for this team. Trent Williams, left tackle. Obviously, he's going to be good. Chase Ruller, I don't know how to say his last name. Forgive me. At center, we're going to see how he performs. Brandon Sheriff, right guard, absolutely amazing. Coming off an injury, but I think he's going to be very, very great. Morgan Moses, a right tackle. So your offensive line, Eric Flowers being at left guard, I don't think so. Maybe, and I always said this when he was the New York Giants, I think that instead of being a tackle, he should have moved to guard. They just didn't do it. However, you did draft two offensive linemen and Wes Martin from offensive guard from Indiana and another guard, Ross from Alabama. So if Eric Flowers doesn't work out, you could plug one of those guys in if they earn the starting job, of course. But for me, overall, maybe you could put one of those guys at center. If Chase doesn't work out, you could put one of those guys at center if they actually, earn it and really start to, keep going and really help this team out. And you drafted a wide receiver in the third round, Terry McLaurin from Ohio State, so he might be the third receiver, and Trey Quinn might be the fourth. We don't know. Like I said, it's just an assumption. This is expectations for the team and what I think the team's going to do. But if he wins out in the job, depending on how he performs in camp, we don't know what's going to happen, but he's probably going to be the third receiver on the team, along with Trey Quinn being the fourth receiver. And just real quick, punter, Tressway, very good. Kicker, Dustin Hopkins, very good kicker. Special team is good. Kicker and punter is good. Real quick, 3-4 defense, base 3-4 defense, and Matt Udonis, I think that's how you say his last name. Forgive me if I got it wrong. He's good there. He was good there last year and the year before. Deron Payne, nose tackle. Jonathan Allen, great defensive line, good defensive line. Ryan Kerrigan is there. Reuben Foster did get hurt. I wish he didn't get hurt because he'll be an inside linebacker for you guys along with Mason Foster. And then Montez Sweat being a right outside linebacker for the team. I think overall, this will be a great defense. I mean, very, very good defense. A lot of people are sleeping on Washington this year. I do think they'll be third in the division, though. Forgive me for that if you don't like my opinion. But I think they will be third again, but with an improving record because this division is going to be tough. I don't think the New York Giants, I think they're going to be fourth this year. But Washington, as far as Washington, I think they're going to be third, maybe jump up to second. We don't know, like I said, depending on scheduling and depending on how the season goes. But for me, this team is actually very, very good. Now, for me, the defense looks just very, very good for this team. I think you guys need another inside linebacker for this team. Maybe Cole Holcomb could be that guy to be an inside. I did not like the fact that you guys didn't re-sign Zach Brown. I feel like if you guys would have kept Zach Brown, you would not have to change anything for this defense. But you're missing an inside guy. I think you guys should have kept Zach Brown. Safeties, Monte Nicholson, very good in my opinion. Good free safety. Landon Collins, very good. Josh Norman, you got him. And you guys also signed Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, who's very, very fast inside the slot as a nickel corner. So for me, he's going to be a nickel. Josh Norman is going to be your outside corner. So I think to me, you guys did draft a corner in their later rounds, Jimmy Moreland from James Madison. Hopefully he could come in and help in and be that third, maybe fourth cornerback on the team. But for me, as far as this defense, I think you guys have a good defense. I think this defense is going to come well together. Like I said, you have to keep drafting. I don't think Jay Gruden is going to be there next year, but to me, this team defensively looks actually very, very good. I'm very, 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 very taking a liking into Washington's team and how they look. If you look at the schedule, I think real quickly, I think Washington could win 8 games this year. I think you'll get a win over Dallas, Philadelphia, and New York. I think you can beat out Buffalo. I know I say that in all my videos about Buffalo, but to me, I just don't think Buffalo, is up there yet. I think you could beat Carolina, Detroit. Maybe, like I said, it's any given Sunday, you could beat the New York Jets. It could be any given Sunday. You could even beat Miami, New England. So for me, I feel like even though you guys went 7-9 last year, without starting Dwayne Haskins, I think that this team can go 8-8, maybe 9-7. But I think this team is going to go 8-8. I think it's going to be remember, your division is very, very tough. You haven't had back-to-back winners in this division since 2004. So for me, Washington division is going to be very, very tough. But thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll be back with more videos. Please turn on your post notifications. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Peace.